Why, hello everybody! Welcome back to my modded world. I've gotten quite a bit of stuff done since last episode. Right off the bat, you may notice that I don't have as many sharp edges in the in this room here. I carpenters blocked a lot of stuff up in here. I was going to do the slant as well as the angled corners here to kind of give, kind of pretty much take away all of the sharp edges, make it a little bit more smooth looking, but it didn't really work. I mean, I could have done it. It would, physically I could have done it, but it cosmetically it just didn't look right. It just wasn't really flowing correctly. But I like this a lot better. I think this turned out pretty good. I changed. This here is now a slope. It used to be kind of rough cut. This is now angled. I even I changed out the corners of the smelter here, well, the floor in front of it. These used to be the bright color, and then I actually there is a darker variant of this, but it requires making additional tools. I think it's not the regular chisel, but it's the what is this? Tinker's Construct chisel. It has its own thing that makes its own chiseled blocks, which I have not got into yet, and I probably won't because I like the other chisel mod a lot better. But what I did is I put a carpenter's block down, a full block, and then I put the old one on top of it, and then you can actually dye these, which I just found out not all that long ago. You can put a dye on a carpenter's block, and it will tint whatever block you're putting in it, and it is pretty cool. It opens up all sorts of abilities, or not abilities, but cosmetic capabilities. What I did here is I think a light gray dye, so that got it a little bit darker. It's not quite as loud as it was before, so it kind of blends in a little bit better. Did the corners, so it's a little bit, I mean, it's a little more open. Before this corner came out to here, and that one came out to there, so it was a little narrow. Not too bad, but I like it now. It's much more open. It looks like I forgot a block right there. I'll have to change that out. But over here, we got all the meat off the wall, and you know, it was a little bit weird having a bunch of meat hanging above my bed, so I took it all down. Not that we've been using it anymore. I think that meat's been there since probably the first couple of episodes, until we really got some a good source of cows, which happened pretty early. So have not used the dried meat racks for a good long time. So I started putting my weapons on them, the ones that I don't use. I got all my early weapons and tools from the Tinker's mod, and you know, not that I'll ever use them, or this isn't very practical, but they look kind of cool, and it kind of displays progression. So, moving on, I got, what else did I do? Why is that music so loud all of a sudden? I think it's just that one song. That one song seems to get louder and louder every time. Don't think I did anything down here. Oh, yes, I did. Just one thing. I upgraded my power block. Now it is the resonant energy cell, and it holds 50 million RF, which is far above and beyond the 10 million that we had before. So I've had these engines running for quite some time now to fill it up. Still only a little more than halfway full. We're about 3/4 of the way full. So I'm going to let that keep going. And then over here, I changed this a little bit. What I found out, I had to tweak it a little bit because it wasn't working quite the way that I thought it would. What ended up happening is apparently if you pump fluid in to the bottom of these tanks, it will stop at the block that it's connected to. So this bottom row here, because that's where the pipes were connected to from the bottom. Once this bottom row filled up, it didn't fill up beyond that. It just stopped. So then it backed this block up here, because there's another tank right there that's kind of a buffer area for it to pull from, or for the grate to pull XP out of you, puts it in the tank, and then the conduits or the fluid ducts pump it into my big reservoirs. Well, what was happening is this got backed up and it didn't pull any more out. So what I had to do is I had to plummet back here into... Oh, I can see that. I'm missing a panel. It looks like I'll have to go grab one. But I plumbed it up into these here, and I made a sharp-looking little, panel with a hole in it. I think it's called hollow cover or something like that. So it's just barely big enough to let the pipe through, and the pipe does pass through it. So now I got these little ports on the inside here. You can barely see them because from this way you don't even know that they're there, and it works perfectly now. So both of these fill up at the same time from the top instead of from the bottom. We got a little bit more done in here. I don't believe the floor was done since the last episode. So I got that down. This is that rusty metal, the factory block that I changed to the rusty metal, and these are the grates. I think it's called wireframe, kind of like little drainage things. Did a lot of carpenter's blocks in here, tons and tons of them. I'm especially happy with the way that these corners turned out. It's kind of like a two-direction slant instead of, well, it is a two-direction slant. It slants at a diagonal. So each one of these has two carpenter's blocks to make it work correctly. And I have the split too. Within the chisel mod, these are the concrete blocks. Now, the concrete textures have a light and a dark, and then a mixture of the two. It is called, I think, partially weathered block. Or not block, but partially weathered concrete. There's also a... Well, I'm not sure if there's a partially weathered block variant. I know it may just be the plain concrete. But I kind of faded it halfway down to make it look a little bit more... basement-y, I guess you would call it. So anyways, we go down here, and this was going to be, if you remember from the end of the last episode, I just had this room hollowed out, and this room was going to be the biology lab, where I'm going to put all the auto spawners and the grinders and whatnot like that. But I decided to change plans a little bit. What I wanted to do instead of doing that is because I wanted to have kind of a hub where, well, if I made this stairwell dump into the room, it wouldn't really make any sense to the layout, really, because it would just go into one room. I didn't really have any plans to make any offshoots or more hallways or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm changing the room that I had here into the new storage room. I've got it partially started. Not too fond of... Well, I'm not really done with it yet. I did this here, and I wasn't too fond of it. So I'm going to probably do something a little more similar to what the power room looks like. But again, I haven't really finished designing it yet. I am kind of really burnt out right now as far as building. I've been doing a lot of building over the last couple hours. Well, a couple days, actually. Here and there. And I did a big push tonight, and I am fried. My brain does not work at the moment. So if I do or say anything a little derpy in this episode, that is why. Because it's actually kind of late right now, and I've kind of been at this all day. And brain is broken. So moving on, this is going to be the storage room, like I said. So what we're going to do, instead of what we were going to do, is I continued the hallway down and around. And this is going to be kind of a short little hallway here. Probably maybe just an entrance kind of a thing. maybe another intersection, because this isn't really quite much of an intersection. This is just kind of a corner with a room off the side of it. I want to make it probably a proper central intersection here, maybe a rather large one, and then it goes off into the room that I wanted to put up there, which would be that biology lab. But all in due time. I'm not quite done planning things out or even designing what I have built so far. Still, I have no idea really what I need to do with this here. This is kind of a head scratcher because it didn't quite line up correctly with this here. So I really don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But anyways, what I want to do instead of finish this stuff, because like I said, I am totally fried right now. I cannot build anymore if I wanted to. So what I think I want to do instead is I wanted to check out some more stuff in the Thaumcraft area, because we have not done anything Thaumcraft related in quite some time. So, what did we want to do? Where was it? No, Artifice. I wanted to look up, where is it? Right there, the Arcane Boar. So we're going to learn this today. And I have a place planned for this. So I'm going to get some paper and the scribing tools, and I'm going to learn this real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and solved it, and before we move on, I want to show you real quick what this is. It's been quite some time since I have done any of the researches, and it appears that all the warded jars that I have out there are now feeding the research table, which is pretty cool because now I basically have unlimited research. Not that that was ever a problem before, but if I do a lot of research, can't run out now, I suppose. So that's pretty cool. Just about everything is regenerating. But moving on. So what it says is that I actually had to go through and cook a bunch more stuff down because I didn't have any Potentia, Essentia, and I didn't have any Machina Potentia either. The rest of this stuff I pretty much have full. I think I have full jugs of the Vacuos and the mining one, Perfidio, and at least half of one of the Modus. So I went ahead and gathered up materials for both this, the boar, and the base, because it requires a base as well. So I have everything that I need. I'm going to go ahead and start this up real quick. I don't think... Let's see, I only needed 2 of those. I needed 2 gold. I'm not really sure. Need those 2. I think... Oh, no, that's right. And the piston in the center. I don't know if the layout actually matters all that much. Because I've been noticing... Oops. No, didn't want to do that. Oh, I don't want to use that either. I'll just use my pick. Where'd it go? Okay. Been noticing on what other people are doing. They're just kind of like randomly throwing crap onto these posts here, and it doesn't really seem to matter a whole lot. So we're gonna do that. I think I actually pretty much got it got it pretty close to what the picture said, but we're gonna go ahead and do this anyway. Hopefully, we don't have any problems. See, got a problem. Oh no, big problem. What fell off? It was one of the golds. Where did it go? Uh-oh. This is not good. And I don't have my boots on me either. Oh, I hear stuff getting knocked off again. Yes? No? Oh, there's the pick. I think we're good. I think we're good. Sweet deal. Got sketchy there for a little bit. I don't know what happened to my other gold ingot, but luckily I had another one. Luckily it wasn't one of the two diamond tools. So we're gonna go ahead and make this here, which is pretty sure it goes like this. Nope, it's the other way. Like that. There we go. Okie dokie. Oh, I want my stuff back. Because it's funny how spoiled you get with this speed stuff. Because playing vanilla the other day, it's like, wow, I'm moving slow. It's only because I'm getting used to moving really, really quickly. Can I sleep? No. What were we gonna do? Oh, I know what. We're not done upstairs yet, because I wanted to enchant this. And I need I'm gonna go ahead, because you don't need to watch me do that, so I'm gonna go ahead and enchant this really quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. Didn't quite work out the way that I wanted it to. Where was it? Artifice. Apparently, the foci can only take special enchantments. These ones here. Well, not these ones. The potency, the frugal, and the treasure. You cannot put vanilla enchantments on them. This thing, it would not start up the way that I had it before. I had the excavation focus in the center, and then all the required items around it. It did not activate. So what I did is I made a stone pick. Put it in the center there. Put the silk touch on it. I went downstairs, and I stripped the enchantment off of it. And so I tried to put the silk touch book on the wand focus and in the anvil, and it didn't work either. It would not take it. So that's when I figured that you cannot put the vanilla enchantments on these. They only take the special Thumbcraft enchantments, which is understandable because a silk touch on that would kind of be a little bit overpowered, and I can see why that they offered essentially a counterpart for the fortune, but not one for silk touch, because that would be too much. So the other way around this, Well, the reason that I wanted to put Silk Touch on that is because it would never break. It would always be Silk Touch all the time, and all I would have to do is replace the picks in it. Because I'm pretty sure that, well, let me put this stuff down here real quick. And the way it works is you put your focus here, and you put a pick here. And the pick determines the durability. I believe it goes off of the durability of that. I don't know if it affects the speed at all. It may, I'm not sure. And then whatever enchantments that are on the focus, I believe, changes the width. And it also pulls any other properties off of both of them. So if either one of those has either Silk Touch, or if it has, you know, Fortune, or anything like that, it goes under here. Now, the reason I wanted to do that, like I said, is Silk Touch here. Wouldn't have to worry about replacing it with a Silk Touch pick. I just put a regular vanilla pick in there, or one from the Thaumcraft stuff, because I don't think the Tinker stuff works. Put that in there, and never have to worry about replacing the Silk Touch property on it. Apparently, that doesn't work. So, a way around that, hopefully a way around that, which this may or may not work quite the way that I want it to, but we'll see, is we'll put a Silk Touch repair Thaumium pick in here, because the repair only works for the Thaumcraft stuff, and not all of it, but it does work with the picks, I believe. So we're gonna put a repair pick in there that has the Silk Touch on it, so hopefully it will repair itself more than it's being used. But again, I don't know for sure if it's going to work like that. You may have to be in your inventory in order for it to repair, or in your hotbar. I'm not really sure how that mechanic works. We're going to try it, see what it does. The reason that I want Silk Touch is because sometimes, otherwise, I would just put the treasure on this and let it go. But there's sometimes where I want the ore itself. For instance, the redstone ore. Redstone ore and, yeah, just the redstone ore, actually. That I can grind up in the pulverizer to get a chance for Cinnabar. And it actually gives you, it averages out to give you more redstone than a Fortune 3 pick does, using the pulverizer on just redstone. Lapis is completely opposite. Lapis is actually far more effective to use a Fortune pick on than it almost double, by the way, than it is to use in the pulverizer. So there's some ores that I wanted to do in the pulverizer, and some ores that I want to do with a Fortune pick, and that is the reason that I want to Silk Touch everything. But again, we're going to try it this way. If it doesn't work, then I'll just put, I'm going to probably leave this alone for now, or maybe I'll make a second one. Maybe I'll make 2 sets of these. One that has certain enchantments on it, and another one that has a different set. But we're going to try it this way first, and if it doesn't work, then we'll go the other way. We'll just put treasure on it, and I'll just Fortune 3 everything. So what I'm going to do, and by the way, while I was figuring all this stuff out, or attempting to, I actually, because this right now, I said last night, or I should say, I said earlier in the video that it was late at night. Well, it is no longer late at night, it is now early in the morning. I actually fell asleep in my computer chair last night while I was trying to do this stuff, and I woke up completely out of it, and I decided, well, I am done for the night. I'll do this in the morning. So here we are. It is now day 2 of this episode. I need a axe, it looks like. Where is it? Right there. So yeah, we're going to get this handled Ricky Tick. I'm going to go ahead, finish up the enchantments on this stuff here. I'm going to make a thaumium pick with repair on it. Get that stuff out of the way, and then we will commence setting this up. So I will be right back. Alright, so we're starting to get things figured out here. What I did is I tried to put repair on that thaumium pickaxe. Well, I made a thaumium pickaxe, and I tried to put repair on it. Apparently, you can't put repair on that. I know for a fact that you can put repair on the specialized tools. In this case, pickaxe of the core, and that is made with a thaumium pickaxe. So I took that pickaxe and I infused it. So it is now... Well, I went ahead and learned it. So it is now a pickaxe of the core. And what we have is... I was able to put... I put my Silk Touch first on it. And then I enchanted... Or I did the rest of the infusement enchantments. Repair 2. And I also put Unbreaking 3 on there. To further help our cause. I may put Efficiency on there. But we're going to see how this does first, how slow it is, because I don't know if efficiency affects the speed of the boar. So now that we got everything hopefully all together, we're gonna go down and test this baby out. Now it takes a redstone signal, and it's gonna need a receptacle for all the stuff that it mines. So I brought along a chest and a lever. So we are all set there, and I got a place. Oh, we got some slimes down here. Slimes crack me up. I got a place picked out. Get rid of these guys real quick. Okay. It was... in this area I haven't shown yet. Yeah, right down through here. Man, there's slimes everywhere down here. Wow. Holy crap. Oh my god. Jesus. I'm going to stop recording for a second. Okay. Got it all taken care of. That is why my frame rate was so bad coming down here, is because there was... I can't believe how many slimes were down here. That is insane. There was enough slimes down here to get 2.5 stacks of slime balls. And it caused... There was definitely some issues down here, because there was a few of them had spawned infernal, and that was... things could have gotten ugly rather quickly if they could have gotten up to me. Luckily, they couldn't. They couldn't fit through the stairwell, and then if the smaller ones did, they couldn't jump up the 2-block height there. So I was not expecting that at all. That was something interesting. I haven't shown this area yet. When I got my good hammer, this hammer here, when I first built it, I came down here to test it out, down at diamond level, and I actually found quite a bit of diamonds. And I spent a good bit of time down here just to see kind of how the hammer worked, and it works fantastically well. It works so good. It lasts quite a long time too, with the RF charge on it. I could go for quite a ways without having to recharge it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up our board down here, and we're just gonna point it in. I'll keep that on me. Point it in some random direction. This here was one of the ones I had to capture one of the slimes, one of the big slimes that had the some infernal enchantments on it. I think it had vengeance on it, so I didn't want to kill it, so I captured it. Anyways, let's set it up. Let's see, where is the least amount of caves? We'll shoot it off in this direction here. So we'll put it right here, put our base down. Put that. No. There we go. Put our chest behind it. Now let's see. That goes there. Oh, this farms. Because of the properties of the pickaxe. Because the pickaxe says that when you mine ore blocks, there's a chance that you will mine a cluster instead, and then the native clusters break down into a double ore, which I'm not too concerned about because I have many other ways of ore doubling at the moment, so that is not that much of a concern to me, but it's kind of cool that it does. I hope it doesn't cause an issue with... hopefully Silk Touch overrides that, come to think of it. Unless it's in addition to, if it drops the ore itself and a native cluster. That would be pretty cool. But anyways, so let's get this thing fired up, because I know we are running about out of time for this episode. I just wanted to see... Of course. The first... Oh, man, I'm getting trolled so hard today. This is ridiculous. Let's try this. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Alright. I'm going to see if I can't get this mess cleaned up. And sometimes this Deadly World, because that's what this is coming from, the Deadly World mod. Sometimes it's just a pain with all these water pockets, and the lava pockets aren't so bad because they're not nearly as plentiful, but the water pockets are everywhere, and they cause so many problems. They're not deadly, they're just annoying. But I'll be right back. I'll get this cleaned up. Okay, now we're rolling. It seems that my laser has disappeared. I don't know. There's supposed to be a big green laser that shoots off of the front of this thing. I don't know what happened to it. It was there for a split second, and then now it is not there. So I have a feeling it might even be something with Optifine. I know Optifine messes with textures a little bit in these mod packs, so I may have to turn that off to get a screenshot, because that's kind of what I wanted, was a screenshot. But I'll mess around with that here in a little bit off camera. This here seems to be working really well. The repair, or at least the repair 2, seems to be enough to overcome the use of the pick. Because see, there it goes. It knocks it down to $14.99, and then in just a few seconds, it goes right back away. So it is enough to stay fully charged. Yeah, see, right back to full again. So that is an infinite use pick, which is pretty cool. Slow as all get out, though. So I may try to put efficiency on this, see what it does, and if it doesn't do anything, I know that you can bring down a jug of Preditio, and it will mine at a much faster rate. In fact, you know what? I actually have one. You know what? I'm going to leave it alone, because I know the minute that I go up there, all those slimes are going to come back down here again. So that is going to be the end of this episode. Hope you all enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe if you felt, if you feel the need to, because it will surely help me out. So until next time, have a good day, and goodbye, everybody.